Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Brandon and I am the owner and artist behind BTTreasures Furniture and Company. Yes, you heard that right, and company. So I am now an official registered business here with Quebec. And you know that means something special is coming soon, so stay tuned for that. It's going to be mentioned sometime next video or maybe in the video after that. It takes a lot of prep. I'm looking at it right now. I still have to order it, so there's your big hint. So yeah, stay tuned for that. So a little background information about this big hutch is that the client wanted me to do this piece for a long time, but I unfortunately did not have the time to do it because my garage was filled with furniture at the time and I've been really busy lately. So I was like, can you text me back at the end of the month or next month and then we can arrange something. So last month came, I've had this in my garage for the past 2 weeks, and the day I was filming this video I was like, you know what, today's the day, it's nice outside, let's finally get this done and out of the way because I have a lot more customs coming soon and a lot more pieces coming soon. So she also gave me some new hardware. She gave me cut pulls, you're going to see them at the end of the video. But they were 2.5 inches. So here I'm using some Bondo. Bondo is made for cars. It's not necessarily a wood filler, but I use it as a heavy duty wood filler. I find it works the best and you can't see it at all when you sand it smooth and you put on your fresh coat of paint. But why am I filling the bottom 2 drawers? It's because she gave me 2.5 inches. These holes were 3 inches, so I had to fill them and drill new holes at the end. I did not film myself doing that, but that's basically the background information about it. So, and I also want to point out that a comment in my last video said you don't have to use that much cream hardener. Cream hardener is the red stuff. So I've taken that into consideration. I just keep using the same video over and over again because I don't really want to film myself mixing it over and over again. So that's the reason being, but I took it into consideration and will definitely keep that information for the next time. So considering the fact that this piece was in such great condition, it didn't need that much prep after all. I basically just cleaned it and I only primed certain areas. I only primed certain areas where I used my sander to sand down the Bondo. And you can see it there, that you can see 2 different color woods, and I only primed that just in case because I knew that it would bleed, so the tannins from the wood would come through in my new paint. So I only primed certain areas of the piece because it just wasn't necessary to prime the entire piece. So my Wagner Flexio 3000 sprayer is really coming in handy, and I just want to make it known that I will be doing a comparison video between the HomeRite sprayer and the Wagner Flexio 3000 sprayer, but I just want you all to know, like right now, that if you're just starting out with the sprayer, I suggest getting the HomeRite sprayer. It's much more affordable, but you don't get the same quality finish as you do with the Wagner sprayer. I used the home right sprayer for the longest time until I worked myself up until I think it was January of this year, and I finally splurged and got the Wagner Flexio 3000 sprayer. But then if you want to take it to the next step, I would get the air compressor sprayer. I'm not going to get one of those because I don't feel the need to. I'm really happy with my sprayer, and I will continue using it for a long time. So just as I'm about to remove the tape from not the top part but the bottom part, I just wanted to say that someone thought that I painted the top of this hutch a lime green color, and I simply just laughed at it because I would never paint something lime green, and I'm just not comfortable with painting something that bright. And I just want it to be known that I did have a little overspray. I don't know how. I really put the tape all over the top of the piece, but it wasn't a big deal. I just came back in with a little damp cloth and I just washed the top of it, and it turned out perfectly. So as I mentioned in previous videos, I used two brands of top coat. I used the Varathane Diamond Wood Finish and the Satin Sheen, and I also use Country Chic Paint Clear Coat. So when do I use one and when do I use the other? So in today's video, I'm using the Varathane Diamond Wood Finish one because if you look up at the sky, it's quite sunny and it was actually really humid that day. So I find when using Country Chic paint in bright sunlight that it tends to bubble up because my piece gets really hot. So I didn't want to risk it, and so I just played it safe and I used this specific top coat, and I find that out of all the Varathane top coats that this is the best one. I know there's polyacrylic, there's professional finish, there's polyurethane, but I find that this one works the best in my opinion. Also, before you come for me, I just want to say that if you see the bottom three doors and the doors on the top part of the hutch, I sprayed with them closed. It's because my client and I both agreed that since it's a high traffic area, we didn't want, and since they slammed the doors, we didn't want anything happening to the paint around the border of it. So I just left it as the old wood color on there, but you don't even see it, so it doesn't matter. But I did take out the drawers after, and I sprayed around the drawers where the old wood would be showing, so that wasn't a problem. So yeah, I just want to make that known so that no one asks any questions about it in the comments. I almost forgot to talk about the most important part, and that's the thumbnail. So how much did I make doing this custom job? So I originally charged her $850 for the job, but I knocked off $100 at the end and only charged her $750 because I'm such a kind soul. And I just want to say that I used to undercharge for my custom pieces a lot. So I always used to do them for so cheap because I always had the mentality where it's like, oh, I didn't pay for the piece, so I don't even have to pay for my time, I just have to pay for materials. So back then, if I was doing this specific hutch, I only would have charged $200 because I didn't know what I was talking about. But I'm finally at that point where I can charge what I want for a piece, and I'm actually very proud of myself, if I do say so myself. So yeah, I just want to say that don't undercharge for your pieces, don't undersell. You know what your pieces are worth.